Hey all, good evening tonight. This is Paul, your hostess with the mostest. Hey Sean, thanks for tuning in tonight. We do have a big, I don't know if we're going to get in here, everything in within 30 minutes or not, because there's a lot that we're going to have to cover tonight. We are dropping something from the show. I think it just kind of ran its course. So we'll talk about that a little bit too. We'll get into all this here. But first, we have a very special guest in the chat here. It is actually it's quite a few birthdays are popping up here, and we want to go ahead and we're going to have a big birthday show here tonight. Here, obviously, I've come prepared. Oh man, that doesn't look good on my head there. I don't know. I need a bigger hat, maybe birthday hat though. So yes, so we have our one of our super top fans there, Siri, in the chat there. So everyone, say happy birthday to Siri. So if you wherever you're at, go ahead and sing happy birthday to her. But we'll get to even more if you don't want to sing right now. If you don't want to hear me sing right now, just wait. Just wait. So hey there, Philip, Ron, thanks for tuning in. All right, so we already got getting a full house going on here. And we do also have the bingo night too. So as a reminder, we're just to cover some of the shipping costs of things like that. We're just if you become a Patreon member or just like a one time as you go to play the game there. So we'll get to it in a little bit here, but just kind of start thinking about that if you do want to play. I think some of you in the chat did receive some of your prizes that you won on the super big bingo back in December. So this is we're still in January. Jeez, this month's already flying by. 2023 is already flying by, right? So we're gonna go. Like I said, we'll get into it. There's a lot to get into, so let's just get into it. Do we want Siri? It's your birthday here, so I have also. There's another person whose birthday is today. Is Evie, a good friend of mine here who lives here locally with me, or no, not with lives me with me, but she lives local here, here in Palm Beach. So I want to give a big shout out to Evie. So hopefully she'll be tuning in as well too. So man, double birthday duties all around here, and we got a big one here. So Siri, where do you want to start? How about I let you control the show? I thought about asking you to come on. Maybe I should have asked you in advance if you were interested in that. Maybe next year. How about that? Maybe next year. Again, you know me. I'm trying to pull all this shit together, and I'm pretty much doing this by myself. So Siri, where do you want to start? You know the show. You know the different things. You know all the different segments. Where do you want to start tonight? And I'll wait for the 7-second delay. Well, anyway, while we find out what Siri wants to do, it's her party, right? Like we all went to McDonald's and had a big old birthday party here. So while she's thinking about it here, I'm going to have myself a nice Medalla here, Medalla Light there. If you're familiar, it's a beer of Puerto Rico there. All right. We have a winner. Siri has picked Florida Man segment first. All right. Here we go. You asked for it, and here it comes.
This just in. Breaking news about this week's Florida Man. Now here's Paul Robertson.
All right, so here's our story there. And there's our other birthday girl, Evie. So thanks for tuning in, Evie. All right. So let's see. This is an interesting one. So I don't know if any of y'all have ever eaten at Joe's Crab Shack here. I know they're all over Florida here, but Florida man dubbed pooping perpetrator sought by police over Joe's Crab Shack break-in. And here's our Florida man of the week story. Police in Florida are asking for the public's assistance in identifying a man they have dubbed the pooping perpetrator. Around 2:30 a.m. January 21st, a man caught on surveillance video broke into Joe's Crab Shack in Fort Myers. He allegedly climbed through a small window that he broke prior to stealing multiple items, including alcohol, and defecating on the floor prior to leaving. He also stole a Joe's Crab Shack hat off the shelf and wore it as he walked around the restaurant, FLA TV reports. Fort Myers Police Department released 4 pictures and 2 videos on Facebook in hopes someone who can identify the man caught with his shorts down. Can you obtain forensic DNA from what is he left behind? One person asked in a post comment section. Others suggested the man may be disgruntled former employee or had been denied alcohol early in the evening. So again, so if you are familiar with this story and this man there, check that out there. Maybe he knows. I don't know. Does somebody recognize this guy here as being the pooping perpetrator? So there he is our Florida man of the week. Sorry guys, I know it sounds like a pretty shitty story I picked, but come on. I had to go there, right? I had to put that pun out there. But yeah, so thank you all for that's our Florida man story of the week. It's kind of I don't know. Is if you're a restaurant, it's one of those can kind of keep it on the down low. You don't want to have people knowing that somebody's pooping all over your restaurant, and the rest, people come in and now they're going to question. I don't know I don't know. What's your all thoughts about this here? Does it skeeve you out to know that would you go to this Fort Myers Joe's Crab Shack? That's the question I want to ask. Would you go to the Fort Myers Joe's Crab Shack knowing that this took place at this location? Tell me. Let me know. And while you're thinking about that, don't forget to hit subscribe if you aren't already a subscriber. Thank you already in advance. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. There again, we're trying to get to 1,000. That's a big number. We're only at 242, but we're trying to get up there. It is big numbers. People do look. Size does matter, folks. I mean, in subscribers, because that's what people look at. That's what people judge you. Are you doing good content, advertisers, all those things? Don't forget to hit the like button too. It's real simple. Just hit that like button down there as you're watching the video. So all right. So let's see what our response here is. All right. So everyone's catching up here. Everyone's saying thank yous and birthdays and things like that. All right. And it is also Siri's nephew's birthday today. Well, all right, man. A lot. Okay. That's too funny. Dad, but funny. All right. So Ron says, I would not go there. Yeah, I kind of agree now knowing it. May have to burn the building down now. Siri says, no, but not because of that. I really don't go to chain restaurants. Okay. That's pretty cool. Sad. Okay. Yes. Sorry. I didn't mean to call you out there on your message redacted, Siri. Didn't mean to do that on purpose. All right. So yeah. So I don't know. There is a lot of chain, as you know, a lot of chain restaurants in Florida. There's a lot of great mom and pop seafood places too. Evie just had her birthday dinner tonight, and she dropped me a new restaurant up here in Fort Pierce. It's about an hour north of West Palm Beach, and it's like right up there on the inlet, I'm sure. But anyway, I'll get the lowdown from Evie on this location that she said again. There's a lot of places that aren't chains, but especially over in Fort Myers, that's what I think had a real worry about. Is after Hurricane Ian hit Fort Myers, knocked out a lot of buildings right there on the beach side, and a lot of stuff that's been probably old, very old places. And I'm sure some of it is, mom and pop type places that probably won't come back. They'll take their insurance and just leave and retire or whatever. But, then you're going to have the big chains come in and then take over, and then it's going to be super touristy and chain and lose that sense of old Florida, right? So, which kind of like Fort Myers or Fort Pierce has closer to the coast. You have some of that area there, kind of still parts of what we call the Treasure Coast here, which is St. Lucie County, Martin County, Indian River. That is still very much parts old Florida. So yeah, okay. Evie said it was 12A Bowie. Oh, Bowie. Okay. So check that out there. 12A Bowie recommendation there on Evie on a rating from 1 to 5. Where does that restaurant stack up in your expertise in fine dining at seafood places? So, all right. So anyway, Siri, what's next? What do you want to do here? And again, just a reminder, if you just joined us, if you did want to play bingo, just got to let me know. Either we've got, I'll throw in a link here. Either you can become a Patreon subscriber. Just our lowest tier is $5 a month. That'll get you bingo every month. And got some discount on some of the merch stuff that I've got up there if you want to buy some of the shirts and whatever. And I got something else there too, just trying to get that growing. Again, this just helps cover any of the shipping and then any of the things I can put back into the show and grow the show as well. So Siri, where do you want to go? Or I guess would you mind let's let today's birthday girl again, Evie Schilling in the chats there. Do you mind, Siri, if we let Evie pick what segment do we want to do next? So while you're thinking, one thing is I'm going to go ahead and stop our What the Florida game here. I think it's run its course. So I think it's just time. I think it's just time that I go ahead and retire this game for a while again. I'm starting to repeat the questions now because we've been doing it for over a year. And I think it's just time we go ahead and just kind of put this to the side there. It's still got them. I'll still keep that graphic that we use in the opening because I still think it's kind of fun and cool. So again, I think it ties into our Florida Man introduction here. Okay, so Evie says, let's see, Evie pick. Okay, 10 best. Wow, 10 best. All right, so it's on the list there as one of top Evie's top places to eat restaurants. 12A Bowie in Fort Pierce. So big shout out to them. Those guys there. Where's our air horn? Air horn there. There's our air horn. All right. So yeah. So all right, Evie, what do we want to do next? So what do we got left here? We got bingo. We've got a cocktail. We got to do our cocktail tonight. And what else do we've got to do here? So what do we got? So what do you want to do? I don't know. You're not sure. Let pass the baton to Siri, and she'll go ahead and she'll she'll pick what we're gonna do next here. So just let me know. So why you guys think I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of all right, podcast update? Okay. Um I'm going to go ahead and just start a little prepping here on our some things here. So let me just one sec. All right. So our podcast update of this week here. Let me switch cameras and go back to full screen here. All right, so there you go. So our podcast update this week, I interviewed last week. It was part. If you watched the live stream, I think some of you were in the. Oh, okay. Now we've got cocktail. Okay, so all right. So let's put the podcast on hold there, and we're going to go to the cocktail here. So okay, so let me go ahead and have a quick drink of my beer, and then we're going to make a cocktail. All right, here we go. Let's switch cameras up. Trying to get all these cameras here transitioned here. All right, so we're going to make the birthday cake martini. So let me go ahead and just kind of get my cameras repositioned here. If you guys give me 1 second here. All right, so I think that'll be good enough here. So we'll transition that. There we go. Oh, now I've got this lie. Oh my God, now I'm screwing everything up now. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. All right, so this is our birthday cake martini. Okay, so I've got instructions here if you guys want to play at home or want to watch this later, and I don't have to repeat myself. And this is what goes into it. Okay, so we've got an ounce of white chocolate liqueur. Okay, so again, if you're watching on our camera here, so I'm gonna move some things out of the way here. So we have the Godiva. Okay, the white chocolate there, so you can store again white chocolate liqueur. Again, now if you guys are Godiva fans or know, you probably have because obviously the bottle and the name probably catches you. You probably know about it. Apparently, I guess they're starting to come up where they're stopped producing this, or there's some reason there's a lawsuit. I think going on, and I was just talking to the local my local liquor store, the owner of the liquor store there, and he was telling me about it. So anyway, so first up is an ounce of white chocolate liqueur, then an ounce of cake vodka, which we're going to switch this up a little bit again because I am more of a rum guy. Even though we do other things on the show, we're going to do it. And plus, this is going to be probably a diabetic drink, by the way. All right, then we have an ounce of half and half. Then we're going to rim the glass with some frosting and sprinkles and whipped cream and a candle. Okay. So I'm going to go grab something. So just hang tight. I mean, I'm going to have to run off the air here for a second because I forgot something. I forgot to go ahead and grab an ingredient. So be right back. And we're back. All right, so here we go. Again, I forgot about my sprinkles here. So the part of this is kind of like any type of drink we're gonna make here, where it includes. Let me move some things out. Look at that. Look. I even got birthday napkins. All right. So what it says is to rim the glass. So it's just like if you're making a margarita, you're gonna go ahead and go ahead and try to. I probably would think that we do this next time is to make sure you got this probably warmed up. Obviously, it's just a little bit softer. But what they say is, hi, don't worry, I'm still here. So we got a little bit of messy. Okay. The next part here is we're gonna go ahead and pour our sprinkles. I'm sure you guys can hear that. All right. So how's that look there on the camera? Hold on, move things out of the way so you guys can see it. Does that work? Did I do a good job rimming the glass there with sprinkles? How'd that look? Okay. So that says put that aside. So we'll go ahead and put all this aside now. Okay. We're gonna bust out the old shaker. I gotta strain out my water first. That's my melting ice. All right, little ice. Good. All right. All right. So it says an ounce of white chocolate liqueur. Okay. This is where I really do need like a sponsor from ABC, because a lot of these drinks we end up making is like a bunch of bottles that I will hardly ever use again. But so I've got a tip before I go ahead and start pouring this into our shaker here. So if you don't have a shot glass, or what they call, some of you may know, a jigger, right? They're two different sizes, right? Um, and a lot of times you will see a lot of these recipes are in milliliters. Don't people know we don't follow the metric system in this country, right? But anyway, so if you do get in, here are the lists: 1 ounce equals 30 milliliters. Okay, so there's a good just a reminder: 1 to 30, right? If you're trying to make drinks. Dude, this is why, kids, this is why you learn math, because you have to learn fractions and division and things like that. But um, there was a little hack that if you didn't have anything, but I'm sure if those with kids or those that drink cough syrup probably will see and find this, right? I know it might be a little hard to see there, but this is a 20 milliliter uh, cough syrup cup, right? Don't ask me why we still have this around. Maybe we're hoarders. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny. But at least it'll still give you what your measurements are in milliliters a lot easier if you don't have some type of measuring apparatus in milliliters. So this is 20. So if we at least go to 20 and then at least half, then we got our 30, right? So again, it's just a little tip there. If you don't have any of the other bartending tools, again, if you want to become a home bartender, which I think most of you are that are here in the chat, most of you are. So, all right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and use our, I got too much on this bar. Try to show you. All right, so there's our ounce of our white chocolate. Yeah. Where the hell did the cap go? Like I said, there it is. Why did I get it over there? This is where I need producers to help out here. People who want to hang out and drink, and I'll make drinks. That's all I need. An extra pair of hands. All right, so we got our that. All right, so also we got a half and half. All right, and while I'm down there, I'll go in ahead and get our whipped cream also that it calls for. All right, so an ounce of our half and half. Now, there's obviously a reason if you saw in the picture in the opening why we're using white liqueur from Godiva instead of the normal one you probably will see is the dark or the chocolate or dark chocolate because obviously there's not really any darker this drink at least in this recipe. All right, so we've got our three there. We got one more thing. We got to put some booze in it. So other than the white liqueur, but so this does call for, like I said, vodka. And again, trying to find some birthday vodka, cake vodka is super high, super sweet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and substitute. We're going to go ahead and find up in the back bar there one of our vanilla rums. So hold on, let's see what we can find. Not our vanilla, uh, the stuff we're making with our. Oh, anyway. All right, so we're gonna go with our Wicked Dolphin here. So big shout out to Wicked Dolphin, Florida company there over there in the Cape Coral area. I know they were impacted by the hurricane also because they're like right across the river from Fort Myers area. So all right, so again, we're gonna go ahead and throw in our ounce of. All right. All right, so there's our three main liquid ingredients there. Okay, it says go ahead and put all that in there, all that booze in there. Ooh, pretty strong. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and shake this up. We combine everything, and then we'll strain it into the glass. All right, look at that. Ron's doing some algebra there. I like that, man. Look at you're actually getting a math credits here tonight too. All right, so here's the moment of truth. Let's see how this turns out. All right, so remember, I didn't come up short here because remember what it called for. Who doesn't like whipped cream? Where's a picture? I got to take a picture. Come on. All right, there's no cherries on the top on this one, but if you're looking and watching the camera there, sorry guys, I know this kind of seems like it's a little bit slow go here, but obvious reasons here, right? Because now we're going to sing happy birthday to Evie and Siri. All right, we ready here? We ready, Freddie? Let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Evie and Siri. Happy birthday to you. All right. Yeah. A little applause for my singing because actually that's why I don't like singing. I sing terribly. That's why I play the drums. All right. So go ahead and guys, blow out the candle. Blow out the candle there for me. All right. Yeah. There. Happy birthday, gals. All right there. Cheers there. So, oh, yeah, I forget all this stuff here. I'm trying to do this and do that. I forgot to take my. This is where it's like some of the younger girls have what they call the the Instagram boyfriends. They're the ones taking all the pictures. All right, folks. There we go. Thank you for indulging me. Okay, so we've got a mess going on here. I'm gonna have to try to clean up and. All right, so we've made our cocktails here tonight. So cheers again to y'all, all you that are celebrating a birthday there. Holy cow! This is the problem of having a beard and a mustache is, of course, everything gets caught in it. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to our widescreen here. We'll go back to our full screen, transition back. All right, so I just licked my phone screen trying to taste that drink. So I don't know, Philip. If I try to lick the camera and you try to lick your phone screen, does that mean we're kissing? I don't know. I don't know if that's what the rules are. So if somebody can tell us what the rules are, but that's okay. That's not. I got nothing wrong with it. Like the Seinfeld episode, right? So, all right. So here we go. So all right. So like I said, you all know what's next. I can do a little bit of housekeeping here. So I think we're gonna have to go through here. Um, so in the chat there, I'm gonna ask the question here. Let me know, just say I am or bingo. Just type in bingo if you're going to play bingo. Okay, so I'm just gonna try to do a little housekeeping here. Just type in bingo if you plan to play bingo. All right. So like I said, I'm trying to keep things a little tidy and clean here. So we go. So all right. So let me catch up here. Okay, you killing me. All right. So Ron's playing bingo. Join late. Okay, bingo, bingo. Okay. So, I'm just gonna assume you guys did the first part that I talked about, and we'll just get into it, um, and then we'll catch up afterwards. So, all right. So we got 3 playing bingo tonight. Evie, Siri, and Ron. So I guess these birthday folks probably expect that they're gonna get something special or a winning game card or something. I don't know, Ron. I think that's kinda is that what they think is what's gonna go on here? So, all right, so while we've got that, let me make sure I get my thing going here. So, all right, so I don't think you can do messages here, private messages, right? No, I guess you can't here. So, all right. numbers here. Okay. Individual links. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and send you the links over in your Facebook. So I'm gonna go ahead and send you a message there. Hopefully that doesn't screw you guys up. I think it's probably easiest just for me to do that there. All right, Evie, Ron, and Siri, check your Facebook message. I sent you a message with a link. Okay, just joined Peloton today. Oh, was that a birthday present? Is a Peloton a birthday gift? Oh no, I'm just having all. Oh no, just having y'all. So, so maybe next year. How about that? We do a Zoom birthday thing. So I think we did that. Uh, yeah, we did a lot of those birthday celebrations during COVID, right? A lot of people celebrating birthdays and eating cakes, multiple cakes, right? So I think the cake industry definitely doubled. Man, I think I'm gonna have to drink this over the bar mat because I think I'm getting sticky stuff everywhere, all over the equipment. All right. So Ron says he's in the game. Okay. All right, let me just get finished here. Like I said, these are all the joys of having to try to do all this by myself. Okay. Link. Did we already do this? Okay. All right. Here we go. Where's the camera though? I need to get a camera. What happened to the camera, dude? Hold on here. We can fix this. Bob the Builder. We can fix this. Yes, we can. Or can we? Maybe not. Okay, let's do that. I think we got it. Or maybe not. Usually it works. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Take this guy. All right. All right, folks. I think we can go ahead and I think I'm ready. Huh? Transition. There we go. All right. We got our cards going on here. So let's see what we've got. See what we got. Okay. All right. So everyone, let me just catch up here, make sure everyone's good to go. All right. I'm in the game. I'm in. I'm in. Ready. All right. So again, last call there. If anybody wants to play, well, yeah, again, we'll just at this point we'll just do the honor system. We'll catch up afterwards if you're interested. Again, you can either just join our Patreon again as we try to grow that out, or just a one time through the Cash App, or well, like I said, we'll figure it out. So, and still trying to figure those out. And then again, we got to talk about Evie mentioned we got to talk about the podcast. What this week's podcast? I got to talk about last night. So don't forget. I have to talk about last night too. So we did a little bit of uh, influencing, if you want to call it, last night. If whatever I'm influencing. All right, here we go. So, all right, birthday bingo. Everyone's ready here. Let me switch over to my other page so I can watch. Ooh, I don't think I should do that. Let's turn studio mode off. Okay. I think I can. Okay, that's probably the one I want to use. All right, folks. Hold on. Hold that. Hold them. One moment, please. Okay, I think this is what I was trying to do last time. I was trying to show and so forth. Okay, here we go. Ready, 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 ready. Okay. We have 069. 069. 069. I don't know how I can get that to refresh, but anyway, you guys can take my word for it. 069. Okay. Anybody got bingo yet? B3. That's right. I forgot. I used to type this in the chat here, right? B3. Okay. All right. Next up is I-28. 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 All right. Next one is B5. B. All right. Next up, B7. Oh man. B7. 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 All right. Next one up is N44. N44. All right. Next is N45. N45 masks. It's like the mask, right? We all remember this, that word. N45. All right, sorry guys. I wanted to sit down a little bit here. Okay. Next up, 064. 064. Love how the chats get real quiet when we play bingo. Nobody talks, right? I think we had this conversation before. Not allowed to chat, not allowed to talk in the bingo hall, right, Evie? I think Evie, you guys still go to bingo? Probably gonna get mad because she's concentrating. She's very competitive. So Siri, I think you've met your match with Evie. She is very competitive. Two competitive people. And then there's Ron in the middle there between two women. All right, next number here in letter B12. Get your B12 shots. skipped dinner and went right to dessert. Okay. This is called number 10. G53. G53. All right. Where's Philip and Sean? You guys still there? Throw in some interjection here. All right. Call 11. I-30. 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 I said I would love to be able to try to get this thing to. I'm not competitive. I just love it. All right. Not competitive. Says you, right? We gotta ask your family. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right, here. Next one up. Call 12 is N35. N35. All right. Anybody getting close? How many numbers? How many squares do you guys need? How many squares, Siri? Siri, Evie, Ron. How close are you guys? All right. Just jumping around here for a sec. They will tell you the same thing. Okay, hold on. That's not the rum talking, is it? All right, Siri is 2 away. All right, Evie, how many are you away? How many squares do you need to get bingo? Remember, we're just going up and down and the normal rules here on the card. One more. Oh, Ron's got. Oh, wow. All right, we got 2, 1, and 3. This is now going to get a little. All right. Call 13 is 075. 075. 075. 075. All right. 075. Call 14 coming up. G58. G58. All right. Is that a sarcastic compliment? Somebody sneaks into the room and says, nice hat. So I don't know if it's sarcastic or if it's not. That one's not on right now. You can stand over there. Now she's trying to dig herself out of the hole here. There you go. So you can have what's left of the diabetic in a glass. Coma. Yes. Just be careful you don't draw all the sprinkles all over. All right. It's frosting, yes. That's what the recipe called for. Yeah, she's dead. She died. She had too much sugar. All right. Call 15. B11. B11. Uh, I like that. I'm not competitive. I just love to win. This is like Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you're last. All right. Call 15 and now call 16. B6. B6. Well, Siri's still got one to go. All right. Ron or Evie, did you guys get closer? Any closer there? All right. I said I remember. I know there's always the delay, so I got to just kind of pause a little bit and wait 7 seconds. I think it's at least 7, depending on how good the Wi-Fi is. All right, here we go. Call 17 is B14. I have a feeling that number is going to have to be somebody's number. B14. Oh, Evie's got one to go now. Uh-oh. Ron, are you at least, no, you still got 3? You still sitting at 3? All right. All right, Ron's gotten better. He just needs 2 now. Okay, now it's coming down the wire. Call 18 coming. N39. N39. All right. I really wish I could make this interactive. How do I do that? Hmm, I don't know how to do that. Anyway. All right, call 19 is coming up. N32. 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 I don't think I can do that though. Oh well. All right, maybe I'll figure it out next time we play. All right. N32. All right. Call 20 coming. B8. B8. Hold on. Hold on. My mistake here. Hold on. I'm in the wrong thing. Hold on. I gotta redact it from here. Hold on, guys. B8. Sorry about that. All right. B8. Like I said, I wish I could figure out how to show that screen. Window capture, maybe? Maybe? Okay, yeah, that might work. All right, cool. All right, I think you guys can see it now. All right, so call 20 now coming up. G46. G46. Yeah, you guys, you just don't need to see all my browser and links and so forth there. All right. All right, there we go. Cool. Now you guys can see. All right. So G46. 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 Call 21. All right. Call 22 coming. O74. O74. All right. Oop, wrong thing. I can't, that's right. I forgot. I can't be surfing other web pages while I'm doing this. O74. All right. Call 23 coming. Remember, once you get a bingo, yeah, let me know. Call 23. B13. B13. So yeah, I should have thought about this sooner as I was going through the bingo. His talk about the podcast actually. So I'll call the next number here and then I'll tell you about the podcast. All right, call 24 is coming. I-24. I-24. Yeah, so this week's podcast I had if you listen again, thanks again if you listen to the podcast and checking it out. I had on a fellow podcaster, a bartender, and also a drummer, which was kind of cool. So Anthony Winkler is the host of the Hey Bartender podcast. He has on people that are bartenders, people who work in the service industry, anyone working at restaurants, nightclubs, etc. Maybe they're the bar back, the bartender, or somebody in that. So there's always a story, right? Bartenders have tons of stories, and so him and I, again, realized that he found out that he was also a drummer, and Anthony and I are part of a Rock Sound Rum Instagram group, which comprised of content creators, bartenders, people, mixologists, etc., that are part of the Rock Sound Rum group to provide, obviously, some creative stuff, promote their product, etc. So finally, I had him, asked him to come on the show, and it was great because again, we've all been following each other for the longest time. We just actually nobody's ever pulled the trigger. So that was this week's guest. It was fun, good interview. He shared some funny stories about his days in bartending, and so definitely check it out, that episode. And then we have coming up next week is with Peter McLaughlin, another drummer there. He's also a podcast host also too, called Dads Unfiltered. So again, if you're a dad and you like all that stuff where dads talk about share different things, being a father, check out that one too. But yeah, that was a cool episode there, talking music. Again, I get a lot of accusation that I don't do enough drummers, but again, it's pretty 50-50 if you go back and count things up. It may not seem like a lot because I have other people that are sprinkled in there that may not be drummers. But I do probably keep a good mix of it too. So this year I might do more drummers, obviously to try to monetize the podcast a little bit more and not actually alienate myself from having brands on who may not want to sponsor or be concerned I'm talking about another brand, etc. So we're gonna see this year. This is gonna be the big year here. I'm gonna really push hard about monetizing things and really grow. And we got a lot of content, starting to work with other partners. We're gonna get Mario back on the show here. That's gonna be our monthly thing. Mario will be part of our show. We look to take the podcast on, local different businesses in West Palm Beach. So we'll make it a whole event. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And again, I'll tell you about the evening here once we get done with bingo. Obviously, meeting some people and so forth. So, all right, here we go. I'll shut up now. Call 25 061. 061. So, yeah. Yeah, so just a lot going on. Looking forward to this year. Looking forward to Miami Rum Congress coming up there, which is next month, which is going to be real fun. I get a chance to meet a lot of people I've had on the show, people that are in the industry, and just, cool opportunity, right? Talk about nothing but rum, right? So yeah, so more we'll be covering that one too. So more to come. All right, yeah, we love Mario too. So I don't know if you missed his birthday stream that we did back at the end of December. There, he had a birthday. He threw his own birthday party, and so that was down at the his shop there. So we got another event. I said we'll talk about this weekend too. Like I said, I got a lot to talk about here, so we got to get through this bingo. Somebody win this damn bingo game so I can talk about the rest of the stuff going on here. All right, call 26 N34. N34. Yeah. All right, N34. Has anybody won this thing yet? It's like only 3 people playing. Man, this is even longer than I think even the marathon session that we had. So, all right. N34. All right, N41. N41. All right, so I know Evie and Siri are still sitting at 1. And I know Ron, did you improve? Are you now down to the final? Oh, Ron, C comes in here. All right. So I know Ron had card number 1. Let's check it. Let's check his card. All right, there you go. You got bingo across the board there. All right, so congratulations to Ron C for winning this month's bingo. All right, there. So again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in and playing bingo. We'll get your stuff out to you, Ron. Since I've always got different things here. I get from other brands and things. So since you are local, I can actually give you booze. So I'll give you some of this. I got a 4-pack here of the Medalla here. So here, hold on. Let me grab it, please. get mad because she just showed up now, and now I've been like running around with my head cut off. Oh, actually a 6-pack. Wow. 6-pack there, Ron. So you get you some Medalla Light here, Puerto Rican beer, available, sold through our good friends at House of Wine, Beer and Spirits. There also check out Ron. I'll talk to you if you're back. If again, I know I'll catch up with you. But there's a shop down in West Palm Beach, Sandy. Well, I'll talk about it when we do our little ad at the end there promoting there. So yeah, so there. Congrats, Ron. And I got some other stuff I'll throw in there for you too. And again, I'm running out of space on the desk. All right. Yeah, actually, Ron, I saw Ron today, and I actually gave him stuff from a previous show. And if you guys don't remember Ron was a guest on the Happy Hour. Oh my God, was that almost a year ago? And we portrayed Kiss. Ron and I were dressed up as Kiss members, and we had our good friend Misty, who does used to do, I guess, face painting for kids and things like that, and she did an amazing job. I tell you, I don't know, Ron, what do you think that would have cost us if we had somebody to come face paint us? Because I think when I told you the idea that you had, you were a little uncomfortable about the whole idea because it was like, I don't know, I don't want to do I don't, don't want to do a shitty job or somebody who's like, not really good. I said, no, I know the perfect person that's going to help us with this, and she came through. So big shout out there to Misty, our good friend Misty there. I think some of you know Misty there, so big shout out to Misty there. So. Yeah, I don't wonder what that would have cost us, but anyway, that was fun. So yeah, so Ron's been on the show. You've probably seen him before. He was also Captain Ron on one of the So Ron's been on the Happy Hour. When are we gonna get you back on? We need to get you back on here soon. So Ron's a good friend of ours here of the show and so forth. So all right, so we'll catch up with you, Ron. And we'll get you your stuff. Hopefully, it doesn't take as long as the last stuff I just gave you today. I finally gave him his Doc Brown shirt, hat, and his barbecue sauce from. Like I said, from ages ago that it's been in my truck in the center console forever. So yeah. So congrats to Ron there. So we'll wrap up our podcast again. We're gonna keep going ahead and we'll do this every month. So again, if you want to play going forward for anyone who's just tuning in, definitely like I said, check out our Patreon page, could become a subscriber, or through the Cash App. Just again, it just helps whatever you can to the podcast to kind of grow it. So again, a lot of times when I'm shipping stuff out. Covers mailing things and so forth. The ingredients for the birthday martini, or also for other stuff too, right? That we have also for this tonight's show is some other stuff. But wait, there's more. We are not done yet here, kids. And I know we've already done this once, but I'm sure we can do this again. Let's go through this. And let's go through this again. And we're going to go at it. Where is it? Where is that one? And we're going to go through it again here. So grab the camera there, move it forward there. That one right there. So look, we got birthday cupcakes for you, for Evie and Siri there. Happy birthday. We're going to sing happy birthday again just because we can, because my voice is terrible. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Oh, what am I saying? Dear Evie and Siri, yeah. Birthday to you. Woo! All right there. All right there. So again, if you want to come over and get the our cupcakes there. See, that's why Evie, that's why I was asking if you could have stopped by tonight, but I know yeah, don't worry. I'm going to switch it here in a second here. Anyway, so we're back to this cameras here. So all right, so there you go. Happy birthday. I guess we'll go ahead and put out our own candles for you guys. So all right. Again, happy birthday, Evie and Siri. So yeah. So real quick again, like I said, we got a lot of podcasts coming on, podcasts that we've had just taped this week. So check it out there. Again, it was a fun conversation. This week's podcast with Anthony from Hey Bartender, and next week's podcast with Peter from the Dad's Unfiltered podcast. It's definitely one that I think I could have probably chatted like almost all night, hanging out with him, and so it was really, so it's kind of really cool. Oh, so you probably just put icing and stuff all over yourself. So, so yeah. So if you those of you still hanging out here, so yeah, last night we got invited to through the various things of the persona, the rumfluencer persona. Part of what we do is an event that was downtown West Palm. This new restaurant that opened up is called Vinyl Fish Bar. Yes, I think I had it right. And it's right down there in Clematis. So Evie, you remember? I mean, geez, we used to go down to Clematis all the time and hang out. And geez, I said before kids, that was really for us. We used to be down there all the time. And I'm Ron. I'm sure Ron's got Clematis, downtown West Palm Beach stories. He's grown up in this area too. And yeah, so it's just the block up from where the Duffy's is at. It's right next to the corner there by the CVS. So it's a great location. It's very chill place. They had a DJ last night, and there's some folks, influencers that hung out. Our friend Christina Lifestyle had invited me to come along and hang out, meet some folks, and so I had a great time last night, meeting a lot of folks, a lot of new musicians here. Again, I'm trying to catch up with here, local. Dude's got an amazing voice. I posted and shared his on my Instagram page there on the story. This guy Xavier. So definitely check that out, and we'll find out more. And then also he was with, I guess he's signed. So I don't know the whole story, but I believe what it is. He's signed to Mac Records, and Mac Records is Mark. I'm gonna screw this up now. So hold on. Let me make sure I get this right. So yes. So y'all remember the song, right? So Mark Morrison. So again, if you remember the song Return of the Mac, right? And they had just a big commercial that came out there, with the Frito-Lays, the Lay's commercial there, where he's sitting in the chair, the lounge chair, and people are in the backyard. So yeah, so the song Return to Mac. It took me a while to kind of remember, but he was hanging out there last night. I got to meet Mark Morrison, and so Xavier is on. Again, I believe this is how it is. I didn't get into the details, but he's on his record label, so which is really cool. So yeah, just kind of a cool, crazy night there. Again, hopefully, making some connections to meet people, grow our brand, and do other shows too, and we'll see where it goes. So, yeah, like I said, it was a really crazy night last night, and but again, meeting a lot of cool people. So yeah, how do I top last night? Again, we have a cool birthday show here tonight, and this is what we did here. So again, hopefully everyone appreciates the, had a good time tonight. Bingo, birthday cake, birthday martinis. Um, yeah, again, I love you all guys hanging out with us every Thursday night. So yeah, we'll definitely coming up. I said I'll let Mario know we're gonna start locking down the dates with Mario coming soon, and then have more recurring. But also this weekend, Saturday. So I know Evie, we have your birthday dinner. But I've already kind of got committed into this, and we'll try to figure something out. But so this Saturday, I'm live streaming from the Northwood Art District. It's a place down in the Northwood area of West Palm Beach. They have an art district down there. They've got live music from 4 to 12. So definitely check it out. A lot of local bands that'll come in there. So I wanted to kind of again dip my toe in the water with covering these events, so like a live stream, kind of like a radio remote. Again, growing the brand, trying to get out there, do different things, that maybe other podcasters aren't doing. Again, it's all about brand growth. And then after that, because I'll be down there from two to 5, I think, and then we'll stream from 3 to 5. But come down there and hang out there. And it's again, there's a fee at the door. But again, it goes to the bands that are playing. There's I think six bands, 6 or 7 bands. Again, it goes from 4 to 12, and pretty cool place. I was down there last week and I saw the Little Things. Shanice, one of our podcast alums, she is one half of the Little Things duo, where it's Katie and Shanice. They do ukulele songs, and yeah, they have an amazing voice, harmonies. And then after that, it's Saturday. Then it's 6 to midnight. We got another party there. with the House of Wine, Beer, and Spirits there. So they've got some new employees to welcome on. It's their birthday also. So Siri, don't worry. I'm gonna let Mario know it was your birthday. I should have had him on for this show, but again, it was just things are happening too quick. And again, I try to plan. I try to get ahead of it. I know it's tough to try to do all these things. That's why I start. Somebody's got to start paying me lots of money that I can take this big and hire people and come and join this craziness. So, yeah. So then 6 to 12, come on down there. It's a free event also there, hanging out down there at the shop at where Sandy Bottle Sips is at. So Ron, if you're still in there, Evie, you still in there. Again, this is a West Palm Beach shop. It's a boutique shop there. You order certain products. They can also ship to within Florida. If you're looking for a certain wine, they can help consult with that and to get some of that stuff that you may be looking for that you're not going to find maybe in the big box stores or even Publix. So come down there and see Chuck and Martha, the owners of Sandy Bottle Sips. They also do sell also beer and spirits as well, other than just wine. But they'll be there too. So you've probably seen us do some live shows with them end of last year. And again, we're gonna hang out there down at the warehouse there of where all the shops are at. So again, pretty cool time. Thank God the weather's getting a little bit nicer this weekend, hopefully, and then we'll go from there. So that's all I got. I think I've covered all my bases on what we've got going on, and then we'll just go ahead and wrap this up here with our plugs here. And so we'll go ahead and bring this one home here. So yes, you get the wide angle here. You see the white ugly door in the background. So yeah, check out Jams and Cocktails. Our good friend Brad Brock does a weekly show there. Jams and Cocktails every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Also check out the Rum Posse, we call it. It's a group of rum content creators. Nia from My Rum Diaries, Roger and Cole from Just Drinking. Nope, you're on the camera now. And I'm drawing a blank there. I'll come back around to that one there. House of Wine, Beer, and Spirits. We've already talked about them, so check them out there. Follow those guys. Sandy Bottle Sips, we talked about Chuck and Martha there. Go down there and check it out then. Downtown West Palm Beach. You can buy all your spirits and so forth, your wine. So check out Jams and Coffee. Again, Brad does a morning show that's also now streamed on the TuneIn app on another partner radio show. So check out that at 8 a.m. and then Jams and Cocktails at 8 p.m. So one's at a.m. and one's a p.m. So Jams and Coffee is every day at 8 a.m. Jams and Cocktails is 8 p.m. just on Wednesdays. And then back to our rum posse there, Ready Set Rum, Jami, and past Drums and Rums guest in Sean. And then lastly, there was that River Pirate there, Jason. So again, I think these are all names you've probably seen before. But again, we're all trying to help share, grow our brands together, work together, collaborate, etc. Okay, I think I've said a lot there. So yeah, check all that stuff out. Good friends of ours. Again, catch up with us. Follow us on all of our social media because I'll be posting stuff over there about this weekend. I think tomorrow I don't think I have anything going on, thank God. I think I need a little rest. I got to rest up for the weekend. So yeah, so that's all I got. I want to again say happy birthday to Evie. So happy birthday. I'll catch up. And also happy birthday to Siri there. So I appreciate you guys hanging in here tonight. We're not too bad. An hour and 12 minutes on our half an hour show that we always talk about there. So, all right. So again, I appreciate everyone for tuning in there. Stay tuned for next week. Us as we'll figure out what we got coming up next week. Again, it's just a lot of it is just planning and just trying to get ahead of it. So again, appreciate. Good night, everybody. Have a great. This is Friday Eve. Remember, one day closer to the weekend. Friday Eve. Think about it that way. Tomorrow's Friday, and then we got the weekend. All right. So I thank you all. Have a great night. I'll talk to you all later.